Hey, what's up, guys? I think I'm gonna try to set this mic like right here. I don't think I need it that close. Hopefully that works. With Hamvention quickly approaching, I wanted to do a buyer's guide video, and I actually, if you don't know what Hamvention is, it's like the biggest gathering of nerds on planet Earth, bigger than Comic Con, bigger than I don't know, like what are the biggest nerd conventions? Definitely bigger than any of those. And very cool nerds, though. I think we should wear the nerd. For me, it's like a badge of honor. Uh, I went to Hamvention last year, and I actually went specifically for this guy. And I'm going to talk about all these, but these should be keys that are available this year. I'm going to talk about a couple that won't be, but similar versions. And man, Morse code keys. If there's not a subject I'm more passionate about on planet Earth. I just love paddles. I love bugs. I love it all. So I thought it'd be fun to talk about these since I have such a large collection. I picked these out specifically that you should be able to find there. We'll kind of dive into it, but first and foremost, the Vibro keyer. Really fun fact about the Vibroplex Vibro keyer is this is not a bug. This is a single lever key. Okay, so this is a single lever paddle made by Vibroplex. It's not vintage. This has a very modern serial number. This is manufactured in the last couple of years. This is the only key that I've ever purchased ever that I tried before I bought it. Tried before I buyed, if that's proper English, probably not. And I would challenge you, if you're at Hamvention, walk up to the Vibro keyer, the single lever. This is a single lever, and just send on it. There's just something about it that I like, and it's always been one of my favorite single lever keys. It's 190 bucks, weighs just under 3 pounds, but it's nice. The next one might deceive you. You might think this is a dual lever. It is not. This is a single lever. Check out the lever in the middle by N3ZN. And I flew out to Hamvention specifically to see Tony, and I bought 2 keys. Ooh, honorable mention. I'm actually not going to include it on the table, but you guys have definitely seen my N3ZN ZN Lite. Love this key. Of all the keys I'm going to show you, if you're like, Forrest, what's the one key I should get where I use it in my base station and in the field? It would be this guy. This is like worthy of both. I think in my base station, the thing you have to buy if you buy it from him is you have to buy this magnet. I don't even think this magnet's legal in all 50 states because of how strong it is. But this thing is just insane. So like you could throw it on like a little jeweler's block. This is a jeweler's block from Amazon. It's $9. And I literally can't even take this off. I have to like slide it off. It's so ridiculous. But this is permanently mounted in my truck. Both that and this single lever are about $395. So they're gonna be circa 400 bucks. But man, this thing weighs 3 pounds, 4.5 ounces. Obviously weight on that guy's irrelevant because it's a portable key, but very nice weight. Man, I love this single lever. Great keys. So swing by the booth at Hamvention. The thing I love about Tony is he has a bunch of different colors and things will catch your eye. So play around with the paddles, a bunch of dual levers. The thing I love that Tony does too is he has a lot of different paddle offset widths. So you see the spacing of this guy. Like he literally has this exact same key with like extremely narrow spacing, and I low key want it, even though there's zero reason I should buy another paddle. Just kidding. I'm gonna keep buying them. She better not afford that. The March Magnetic, I freaking geek out. I geek out about this paddle. Like I think just like the rosewood inlay, I asked him to kind of do this little engraving on top. I love that he puts a serial number. It has 2024. I love paddles with 2024 on it. That's the year I learned Morse code. I chose the red lava. I reached out to Mike today. So Mike with March Magnetic. And he did tell me he'll be at Hamvention. He actually sent me a picture. So here's a teaser. But these are the bases that he's going to have. And well, apparently a couple of these are spoken for already. He didn't tell me which. I'm guessing it's these ones with really insane stippling and like jeweling that are just beautiful. But I would run to his booth and I would buy his paddles before they're gone because they are affordable. So they're about 300 bucks. For something that'll last your lifetime with extreme high quality. And 3 pounds, 5.1 ounces. Okay, next we're going to talk about Begali. The Begali booth was like low-key annoying because it's just like, it was just a line. Like I couldn't get through, and I wanted to like screw with it. Like there was just so many people. So get there early, stand in line, maybe pitch a tent, and then walk in and like be first in line to Begali so you can screw around with their extremely luxurious Ferrari Morse code paddles. The Begali Simplex Pro was my first ever Morse code key that I like got for my shack. Like I had bought a 3D printed straight key, ditched it. This was the key I went to. This is the key I made my first ever QSO when I contacted Tim K5OHY on this puppy, KI7QCF engraved. And it's got the metal. I replaced the plastic with the metal paddles, and I actually think this looks freaking sick. This is a really good starter paddle. So like if you're going to Hamvention, you want to spend under 200 bucks, take a look at the Begali Simplex Pro. They have a single lever as well, or go look at like the Vibroplex. These are kind of my two budget recommendations. Obviously the rest are pretty expensive, but they're going to have some beginner paddles there. I have the Leonessa here. So the Leonessa is just, I mean, this is like 0.3 ounces short of 4 pounds. It's a 4-pound paddle. This is one of my heaviest paddles. Beautiful turtling. I hope the video does it justice, but that's my Leonessa by Begali. And this is a hybrid, so it can be dual or single lever. I've actually never used it as a single. I use this exclusively as a dual. But I love it. I really wanted a turtle Begali because the turtle's so iconic. But the reason I have the Leonessa up here, so it's 410 euros. Sorry if you can't see these. So the Begali Simplex Pro is 179. So the difference in these is like spring tension, and then this is a magnetic tension. So March magnetic, N3ZN's magnetic. The Vibroplex is definitely spring. But the reason I showed the Leonessa at 410 euros is you're gonna have a lot of Begali paddles kind of at that price point, where if you see like a Begali Sculpture Janus, I don't know what they take with them to Hamvention. I don't really remember. But Begali's in that price point, like the Sculpture Janus. I have a lot of friends that have that key, like a dream key, like once in a lifetime. If you want a high-end Begali, or just a high-end key, I recommend Begali's kind of at that price point. They have some ones just underneath that price point, kind of between these two, that are great, that a lot of my friends have. But I really recommend Begali keys. The next two I'm very excited about. Like I didn't really have a perspective of this when I attended Hamvention last year. If you see a booth, or if you see kind of like a ham, anytime you go to like a ham gathering, if you see Vibroplex keys, something I want you to get good at if you're interested in bugs is pay attention to the Vibroplex badge and see if you can see New York engraved. So by the way, I have no idea how good, when I'm like putting stuff near the camera, I have no idea how good of a job I'm doing. So just bear with me, please. But if you see New York, so it says New York, New York. I don't know a ton. I'm not my friend Adam AI4UH, but that to me is typically an indication that this is going to be a lot older key, maybe from the 60s, 50s, 40s. This is a 1942 Vibroplex Champion, and I got this for $100 on eBay. I'm going to recommend the Champion specifically. So you're not going to get this brand new at you can go to the Vibroplex booth and buy brand new bugs, but they're not going to have a Champion. So this is called a Champion. And so far I've had 3 friends that I've recommended this bug to purchase it. And all of them have told me how much they love their Champion. It goes a little bit slower. Sometimes I'm surprised when I pick up a vintage bug how fast they are. You can put extension arms and that type of thing. But I find if I move this one this way, and the way you'll be able to differentiate the Champion is this square weight. Do you see this pendulum arm weight? And the way this damper is, just remember this look. And you can ask the person too if they have it, if it's a Champion. I don't think it says it on there. But Google Vibroplex serial number lookup. And that will be a key for you to determine what year that Vibroplex is from. And that matters a lot to me. I want to know if it's 1968 or if it's 1948. That matters to me. That's really cool. So Vibroplex Champion, there's a lot of guys, a lot of booths and guys holding older stuff like this. If you see bugs, go talk to them. Go look at the serial number. Go see the condition that it's in. Okay, last but certainly not least, the Sculpture Galaxy by Begali. There is like a 0% chance that they have this key at Hamvention, but the reason I'm showing it is I believe they'll have the Vibroplex Intrepid. It's called the Intrepid, which is an exact replica of this, just not in this stainless block. So it'll have a really stout base. It'll be like 6 pounds, and it's gonna be like a third a cost, and I'm not kidding. It's a very expensive bug, but it's still like The only way, a lot of people don't know this, they've asked me how much is this. So you actually don't pay cash for something like this. They have a cool program through Begali. It's a mortgage program. So they took out a lien on my home. I just do payments for 30 years and I get this bug. For me, it's a fair trade-off. The Intrepid, you should be able to pay cash or just put it on a credit card. But they weigh 6 pounds. The action on Begali bugs is exceptional. I think you'll really like it. For those of you that are confused, that was a joke just barely. I have made that mistake on my channel of the straight face humor and people get very confused. That was a joke. I did not mortgage this key. I did pay cash, but it's pricey. It's far and away my most expensive key. So there you go, guys. I actually don't know if I'll be at Hamvention this year. It'll be a game time decision, so I may or may not show up. I hope to see many of you there if I do show up. And keep in mind, even if you don't attend Hamvention this year, all these keys are available for purchase online via their websites, except like a vintage bug, you'll have to go to eBay. And the fun fact though is if you try to go buy an N3ZN or a March Magnetic or a Begali right now, they're not really, Begali maybe, I don't know. I think they'll probably start shipping after Hamvention, but these guys aren't gonna sell to you right now. You gotta show up to Hamvention. That's why I went last year. So there will be a lot more keys available, but I wanted to show you some ones that I own that I think will likely be there. And if you have questions, hit up my QRZ. Obviously, drop them in the comments, but you can shoot me emails as well. Like and subscribe. Ooh, I've never said that in a video before. Dude, if you're watching my videos and you haven't subscribed, appreciate the fact that I'm a year into YouTube and I have never said that. I think I sent it on a practice oscillator once. But very fine business, 73. I hope I've done a good job with the mic. And dit.